आमीन।
प्रभु जी दया करो, प्रभु जी दया करो, मन में मान बसो, मन में मान बसो। प्रभु जी दया करो, मन में मान बसो। प्रभु जी दया करो, तुम बिना लागे सुना, तुम बिना लागे सुना, खाली घर में
fondly remember when my mom would say, "भाई साहब, आपके लिए मीठी चपाती बना, आपके हाथ की चपाती खाऊंगा मैं." Then so my mom would say, "I make chapatis for you with some sugar in it," and he'd sit down and thoroughly enjoy. Somehow they just had good chemistry. They kind of understood each other. But I
I made plans to have that, and as I was heading there, I was thinking, a little bit overdressed for going to bazaar. I had to run to get something, and I didn't. I ran into Uncle over there. Shika had brought Uncle to the shop. He was very pleased. ऐसे dress करके आना चाहिए. Worked out. Last time Uncle was here, he celebrated his birthday and he sang for us. And everybody remembered that they had got married. Shika's mom had said that he had sung one particular song. So he sang that for everybody, which was Abhi Na Jao Chhod Kar Dila Dila. Yeah, last time we met here and my son was upstairs. See that and was really his personality. He had such a strong personality about him and the way just the whole thing was just changed after that.
Adding to what she said, we came here just for 5 minutes and stayed on for 1.5 hours.
That is true, Uncle. That's the longest I have ever seen you stay. It was almost 2 a.m. and that was probably history.
But he was like that. And speaking in Bollywood terms, he was the Shami Kapoor of the
So I got another one, Shikha. So when my parents were here and auntie and uncle were here, so uncle is very much enjoy talking on the phone, and my mom is a phone person, dad is not. So mom would return the call, and they would talk for an hour or sometimes, I don't know, just chit chatting about life. And then one time they came to our house, and uncle, I opened the door, uncle enters. He holds my dad's hand like this. And I translated English. He says, "Doctor Saab, ये मोहब्बत का कैसा अंदाज है?" And my dad's face is just like, and he said, "हम आपको कॉल करते हैं, आप जवाब नहीं देते." And my dad had no clue how to do that. So he could just, I fondly remember that. It's so refreshing. There was just no, like there was this no censorship. He just came authentic right there.
Yes.
I just loved it. It was so refreshing and so genuine, like just from the heart. And like shairi, song, everything is like just gushing from the heart. I just loved it. I mean, you never knew. So much fun. अंकल जब आप पहली बार मिले थे अंकल से और आप तो दिल बहुत चुपचाप थे और अंकल शायरी सुनाने वाले, वो तो बताइए तब कैसा लगा?
एक चीज जो बहुत बढ़िया आपके किसी भी चीज में घरों के बिना बात ही नहीं करते। जिस पहली बार मिले गए भाई आप यूनिवर्सिटी में इतने सालों आए हैं, किसी लड़की से मोह मैंने कहा नहीं, किसी लड़की से नहीं हुआ। कहने की वो तो अलग चीज है, मैं just जानना था। ऐसा नहीं हुआ। फिर वो उनकी आदत थी
क्या करते हैं मैंने यहाँ तो होली पता ही नहीं लगती है ना दिवाली पता लगती है यहाँ तो कुछ होता है क्या आप यहाँ आ जाइए खूब होली खेलेंगे हम खूब होली खेलते हैं होली के दिन तो कोई हमें छोड़ता नहीं है फिर बाद में हमने पिक्चर देखी हमने इतनी याद आई मैंने कहा होली खेल के चलेंगे पहले होली को खूब और सारी पिक्चर्स दिखाने लगे बहुत ही दयालु बहुत ही उनकी जैसा नेचर का आदमी मिले एक होंगी उनके लिए कुछ शब्द नहीं स्वप्ना की जब शादी नहीं हुई थी इसकी शादी के बाद बड़ी चिंता रहती थी कि स्वप्ना की शादी कैसे होगी या आप क्यों चिंता हमारी भी तो बेटी है और सही में उन्होंने वहीं पे लखनऊ में लड़का यहाँ पे कुछ करना ही नहीं पड़ा हमारे दोस्त का लड़का है वो अभी अमेरिका में रहता है इससे ज्यादा मैं क्या
Cindy and I are very two that stand out. Every New Year, we get a phone call from him. We were. She somewhere. The other memory is that numerous occasions. Market in the morning. We would be impeccably dressed, in a suit and tie. Simi was shopping and I was dragging his friend and riding. He would strike up a conversation with any number of people at the market, and he was so full of life. ईद मुबारक अस्सलाम ईद मुबारक कहाँ से so just out of the blue it's so spontaneous. Such
There are two things that I wanted to mention about him. Over the years, we visited him many times, and he always wouldn't let us leave until he at least played one game of chess. And that was something I really enjoyed, and if you played with him, he's always talking as if the next move is the end of the game. And he continued that regardless of whether he's winning or losing. His enjoyment was not diminished by whether he won or lost. And the other thing is really on behalf of my parents, he would tell them very often with Auntie many times. And it was always something whenever he entered the house, he could almost always tell from the commotion. He would enter demanding food, demanding different things. This is not enough food, bring more. And my parents were not, who are social but not so talkative, they would always say with a certain amount of respect and fondness that when he comes, it's like Tufan aa gaya. And over the years, his visits became less frequent, and my parents have always missed that because they are not able to visit, and they were always remembering the times when he came, he would make the effort to come despite his health and make time that he was there.
Thank you guys. Thank you for sharing. This has been a very, very enjoyable and memorable evening for me and for my family. And thank you so much. I think he would say, "Here, come to Maharashtra." Why? The party should go on. On that.
I was watching David was I didn't know him the way you probably knew him like Shammi Kapoor. I only saw him when he was almost an old man. So when
every time I see David from Bollywood movie, I remember being the person who brings life to it. Or when there was no party. Actually, listening to all the stories, I see a lot of incredible sense of humor, perhaps not the ability to sing.
And for that, I'm trying to get my friend there to come and help. So meet my
They
friend
can try it out.
Rani. Hello,
Rani.
Rani. She lives in our neighborhood, and I'm so grateful. This has been, I can't believe. So, my father used to sing really well, and my last, the phone call just before the last one, I complained to my papa, में आपकी इतनी आदतें हैं, गाने वाली क्यों नहीं जीती? So, then he told me that, just start singing to her. I said, But, Rani and Patrick, they've lived in our neighborhood since 2004, and I did not know that. And this just last past fall, I was walking through the neighborhood and I heard really beautiful sargam coming out from Rani's home. And I walked, it was like, I don't know how.
Here's the papa part coming.
Well, also mommy. So I was walking and then I said, there's this beautiful songs coming out from this house. And so mom and I were walking and I said, this is the house that the king comes to. Go and check it out. So it's like I went and knocked on the door and Patrick opened the door. And then he said, well, it's my wife who sings. And I said, well, let's give lessons. And then we connected and Rani I'm taking lessons from Rani. So I'm hoping
She's on the way.
I get to tell you she really
does.
She does sing well. There you go.
Well, that's it. Teacher. That's my guru saying.
So you know it must be right.
So I guess on that note,
I can add a little bit too.
Yes.
I'll never forget the last time we played, just after he had come out of a complex peripheral vascular surgery, admitted at Medicity Hospital. Very complex operation. He had just come out of the operating room, had recovered consciousness, and he was still in the recovery room, just out of sedation when he saw a cardiac resident and saw a game of thing, and he challenged him to chess. And so they ended up playing, and Papa actually outplayed the resident. Even in that groggy state, much to the amusement of hospital nurses and stuff. Chess was a metaphor, I think, for how he lived. Indefatigable, happy life. Never seemed to tire. He would tire everybody else out, but he wouldn't. I could see the great reluctance in his eyes as I would propose that perhaps the 10th game we should call it a night. He'd say, I don't understand. Chalo, ye mere ko thakna samajh mein nahi. What are you guys talking about being tired? So like Kipling's Elephant Child, Papa had a truly insatiable curiosity about people, about life, about US, about food, about science, about basically any and everything under the sun. Marveling at the evergreens in Oregon once, he told me, how do these Americans manage to grow even their trees so tall and straight? Considering that our Indian trees seem to be always crooked and bent. He was very curious about the colorful nightlife in US that he had heard so much about, and he visited many a topless bar and to check things out for himself, dragging poor mummy along. There I managed to draw a line. Of course, he was especially curious about medicine, which was his passion. He was a physician in his last day. Well into his 70s, Papa signed up for and completed a continuing medical education course for physicians in New York. Very, very impressive. He would go from Long Island to Manhattan taking the train, attending diligently every day despite having to navigate the subway in considerable physical pain to get to the classes. His only complaint during this impressive feat was a lack of proper savories. It was because he didn't like donuts and the sweets that they offered for tea. He wanted something salty. So he once told me he wanted to learn the molecular biology of diabetes. He wanted to read the actual science paper claiming to have created a living cell in the lab. And he had me print out that paper and send it to him. He actually read it and had questions. He had healthy irreverence and skepticism of a true scientist with no tolerance for empty Latin names and phrases that are so often thrown around, suspecting that they do not explain it. He also loved to tinker with machines, surprisingly, given that he was a physician. In the spirit of a true engineer, this is the part which I could sort of relate to him. He loved old cars, for instance, and experimented with their fuel system. He had even customized his own car in Lucknow to run on either petrol or liquid natural gas cylinders that get stored in the trunk illegally, controlled by a custom-made A/B switch. He experimented with measuring the exact drop-by-drop rate of petrol intake by having mummy hold up a saline bottle, feeding petrol drop by drop as the car was going on the highway. If he saw someone, he would stop in the highway. Even in the US, he had me stop the car when somebody had a stalled car and would walk up and offer it up. So I enjoyed Papa's unique style of dressing, as you mentioned earlier. Like that cute Poirot, he always wore a full formal dark suit, patent leather black shoes, whenever he was in public, touch of red handkerchief in his left breast. He would create a sensation in this dress on a sunny day in Oregon Beach, a rare sight. As he slowly made his way, Poirot-like, through the sand. And yet, it was only during my posthumous trip to Lucknow, to his beloved Lucknow, that I truly came to understand what was best in him. I thought I knew him, but I didn't. It was evident from the huge outpouring of love and grief that he had touched a lot of lives in an unforgettable way. People from all walks of life spoke of the impact he had on them. And nurses at a local hospital. He was working till the last day, basically, where he worked until it was an absolute awe of his ability to connect meaningfully with patients. He would caress and hug even the ones that were at the point of no return and smelling so badly with infection that even the hospital staff avoided. That was